Good afternoon. Today, I wanted to talk about divorce. Like, for instance, should a person who has been divorced, should they feel bad about themselves? I was actually thinking about it last night. How does it feel for a person to be divorced? You know, you once had possibly family connections, where you connected with your spouse's family, how the community looks at you. And I see people who are divorced and who have been divorced, and they really go through it. But should a person who has been divorced, should they carry themselves like they're worthless, right? Should they stop looking for companionship or desiring companionship? I don't think so. I think that marriage is very, very important because you need companionship, right? And everybody deserves it. But I don't feel like a person who took marriage seriously, who takes relationships seriously, I don't think they should walk around feeling that they're horrible people because the marriage didn't work out. And you can go through some time of feeling embarrassed, for whatever reason. But the reality is that things happen. They happen. You've tried your best to make the relationship work. People begin to change. People have maybe less knowledge about themselves. So one mate is changing and, the other may be stagnant. I don't know. I've talked to a lot of people about various relationship issues, and I'm not a relationship coach, nor do I desire to be one. But I watch people after their divorces and they feel broken. They feel broken. They feel hurt. Sometimes they don't even want to be bothered with. They feel worthless. But I just want to let you know that you should not feel worthless just because the relationship doesn't work. And it hurts. And it's bad. And you fought hard, not just to keep the relationship, but you fought hard with making sure that you were the best person that you could be. You shouldn't beat yourself too long. Yes, you should take a rest. A rest could be a month, right? Whatever it is for you to get yourself mentally and emotionally back together, if that ever happens, right? And you should continue to move forward. You shouldn't feel bad, or you shouldn't feel lesser than, or like you are no good human being because the marriage didn't work out. Because some of the same people who will judge you, they were never there for you anyway. And when they seem to be there for you, a lot of times it's only for their selfish reasons, right? It's not for sincerity, because they love you for the sake of God. They really want to be there for you, for your situation to be successful. Many times it's not like that. So you can't worry about what people feel about you if you've been divorced and you want to be in a relationship again, right? I mean, there was times some of the most famous companions of the prophet have had divorces. It's something that's not a beautiful thing that we celebrate, but it's life. And you have to love yourself and give a care less of what other people think about you. As long as you're not some kind of that kind of person that just the serial the person that's getting in marriages all like every year, every few months. I mean, come on now. You know? But you're trying. You're trying to do something that's pleasing to your Lord. And it's not only pleasing to your Lord, it's a responsible thing to do for the sake of your Lord. Right? It's the responsible thing to do. It's the respectable thing, especially for the man. When the man, he's respecting the woman. He's not just entering her and taking from her. He may have grown to a maturity that, hey, I must take the total responsibility of you, to take care of you, to protect you emotionally, physically, right? And to provide for you financially, and to provide for you through not just financially, but to provide for you a peace of mind, right? To provide for you the protection that your honor is safe with him, right? There's a lot of different things that comes along with protection, right? And providing in a relationship. So he steps up, he wants to marry. That's an honorable thing. The woman wants to marry and be a chaste woman instead of doing other things. That's honorable, right? You're not playing games with it. You're working on yourself. You're not ready to throw the relationship over one hiccup. You should not be hard on yourself if the relationship doesn't work. I have some friends, and they're going through it. And I thought about it last night, and you can see it coming out in their behavior, right? All of that hurt. But you can understand being hurt. You miss your partners. You love your partners, but don't look at yourself as though you're not worth another relationship, another chance. And don't care or entertain the foolishness that people talk about. I remember people talked about me many, many years ago, and I've seen them go through the rodeo, right? I've seen them go through the rodeo, and I just sit back, as they say, and sip my coffee, right? Like, this is really interesting. The same people who had so much to say about others, they're going through it themselves. So, we encourage people to stay together and to work it out, but we also need to encourage people who have been in these broken relationships that some may call them as failures. I would have to really think deep on it to say, was it a failure? Maybe it was needed to lift this person up so that they can see clearer, right? And they'll know how to take care of the next person. Maybe it was a life lesson for them. But that doesn't mean that they can't try again. They can't, reignite that flame. You don't just love one time. You should be loving every day. You should even love the person you divorced. You should be with them in kindness. And also, if it doesn't work, separate in kindness. I mean, if you were following what you say you believe in, and then it's not easy. It's not easy. It's some very rough times that you have to go through. But it's really just to develop you, especially if you're a person with good intentions. Don't think that God doesn't like you or, as I stated before, thinking about what others had to say and what they feel about you because they feel you failed, right? They feel something's wrong with you. Nothing is necessarily wrong with you. And I'm speaking to good people who are not abusing marriage. Good people. And I'm not talking to people who've made a mistake, because we also wasn't properly educated on forgiveness, right? So some relationships ended when maybe we should have been learning about forgiveness on things that are forgivable, right? And there's so many generations that didn't learn about forgiveness. I've heard people say like, hey, I wish I could have forgave and just made it work, especially if the spouse wanted it. But sometimes we wasn't privy to that knowledge. Now we know. Practice forgiveness. You practice forgiveness. You did everything that you could do in your power based upon the knowledge that you had. And it didn't work. Rest and keep it moving. Keep it moving. Don't beat yourself down, right? Don't walk with shame around these. I don't want to call people worthless because I believe people are very valuable, but this worthless thinking in the people. Don't walk feeling down around them like they're your judge. They're not your God. They're not your God. I almost said something. I have to be very, very careful, right? They're not your God. Who are they? Your brother or your sister that should love you and be empathetic towards you. Anything opposite to that, then push it away. You don't care about their judgment. These people don't pay your bills. These people are not there to care and help nurture you. These people are just conversation pieces. They're just conversation pieces. So, if you're in the situation that you've been divorced, relationship didn't work, keep it moving. Work on yourself. Become the best version of yourself that you can be and move forward. Yes, they have a poor and worthless mindset. Why do you care about what they feel about your relationship? Why do you care? They don't care. When I come here to express this on social media, it was on my heart yesterday. So I talk about it out of care and out of love. And if I can do something to help somebody, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it for love. But most of these people, they give you advice, it's not out of love. They don't care about you. They have a worthless mindset. So if your relationship don't work, or if you've been divorced, don't move around beating yourself up, right? Because of what other people feel. Who gives a care? So I just wanted to come and share that. And I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear what you have to say. Share your thoughts in the comments. What do you feel about people who have been divorced, or if you've been divorced? Should you walk with your head down? Should you care about what other people have to say? You can still visit your in-laws or ex-in-laws, when you love for the sake of God, you love each other anyway, right? The love should still be there. But I want to hear your opinions, and share them in the comment below. And all my divorcees out there, keep your head up. May God be with you, and love is out there. Just connect with it. Peace out.